welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be trying out a full face of E.L.F. cosmetics products. So if you are interested in that sort of thing, stay tuned. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this. So I ordered this huge box of makeup from E.L.F. If you guys don't know what that is, it is more of an affordable brand you can pick up at any drugstore. I ordered this stuff online because a couple weeks ago I saw an advertisement on Instagram that they were having a huge spring sale. So I was like, hey, I need to get my hands on that. So that is exactly what I did. So I was hoping, I ordered a lot of stuff. I mean, the box is like fairly decent sized. So I was hoping that I kind of ordered everything for a full face. But now that I'm sitting here and like kind of looking at what I have, I feel like I've missed a couple of things. So I'm gonna grab a face primer really quick because I forgot, and then we will get started. All right, so I am going in with the Benefit Professional Face Primer, which is obviously not an E.L.F. product. I failed. I also do not have a mirror right here. What is wrong with me today? I'm not even sure at this point where I've even put my mirror. So let me rub this in, and then I'll get back up and look for a mirror. Okay, I found a mirror. Now we can do this. All right, so the foundation that I found is the E.L.F. Flawless Finish Foundation. So I'm just gonna pop this open. I'm excited. I like the packaging. It's glass on the bottom. It looks nice. It looks more on the expensive side, but it is not. All right, so I'm just gonna pump some of this on my beauty sponge. This is damp, by the way. Come on, buddy, work up.
6.5 hours later.
It's pumping out very slowly. Okay, there it goes. Always see like what it smells like. It is a little inconsistent on the pump though. So like I feel like at sometimes it's pumping out a lot and then it's not wanting to pump at all. That could just be that particular one. And I did already do my brows because I did not pick up an E.L.F. brow pencil. Okay. So I don't feel like this is super full coverage. I'd say medium. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a little bit more and just try to build this up a little bit. See, like it squirts out a lot, then the pumps get, it's weird. to see how this builds up. Because you know your girl is a full coverage girl. Alright, yeah, so it's blending out nicely and building up pretty well. So, not too bad. Okay. So then I did not buy an actual concealer, but I did buy this stick that says all over cover stick. So it says it helps, provides coverage for under eye area. So, and you can use it as a facial spot concealer, helps mask blemishes and red tones. So, I mean, coverage for under eye. So it technically is a concealer, woo, but it's just not called that. And then I did pick up the shade Apricot Beige in this. So it just looks like this. It smells fruity. Like literally like Fruity Pebbles. All right. So I'm just gonna go back into my beauty sponge and work this out. So I feel like that looks nice and bright. But sometimes when I see things in like the monitor back, because of these studio lights, it looks super good. And then while I'm editing, I'm like, ooh, girl, that is rough. And of course, my dog is gonna bark while I'm filming. Why wouldn't she? Okay, that's nice and blended out. I do feel like it blended out nicely, and I do feel like it brightened my under eyes. So let's do this, E.L.F. All right, so the next thing that I picked up, and I literally, when I opened the box, I was laughing so hard. So hard. This is the under eye setting powder, and it's in sheer. I laughed because this is the, when I ordered this, I was like, oh yeah, I have to have an under eye setting powder. Like, I have to. I always set my under eye. So I ordered this thinking, yeah, like, I'm super excited because I have used it in the past. Girl, no. This thing is 0.04 ounces. Like, girl, I feel like I'm gonna be able to use this one time. And it came with a tiny little brush. So, pull to open. Oh, I have the worst time getting these pull to open tabs open on the tops of my makeup. I hate these the most. Okay, I got it. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. All right, so I'm just gonna dump a little bit of this in the lid because we need to use this sparingly because we don't have much. I'm just trying to decide, like, who buys this little tiny setting powder anyway? maybe people don't use as much as I do. All right, I'm gonna go in with my sponge and just set the under eye area. Or maybe this is just like a travel one. I don't know, I was very shook by the size of it. And I guess I should have paid attention to the details when I ordered it, but girl, I was not expecting a miniature one. All right. All right. All right, so I've already done my brows. So moving on to eyeshadow, I did pick up a couple of different eyeshadow things. One I think I'm gonna use for a totally separate video. So the other two that I picked up is the E.L.F. Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette, and the other one is the Velvet Touch eyeshadow palette. So let's open these up. You know I had to get this one with the color, and then the other one has shimmer, so I'm living for them both. By the packaging and by what I saw online, I should say. See what they look like in real life. All right. So this is the Mad for Matte one. And then this is the Velvet Touch one. Ooh, I like the packaging. It's sheer. This packaging doesn't have really any shine. This one has some shine. The writing is in blue. Liking that. Protectant over this, and I just dug my nail into the gold color. Wow. Let me try to press that down where my nail just got it. Awesome. All right, so that is the Velvet Touch one, and you can see where my nail just dug into the gold. Whew. All right, so I think what we're gonna do today is kind of like an orangey-ish look. I did order a bunch of brushes because, girl, they have these brushes, some of their brushes marked down for like 40 cents. And I have used their brushes in the past, and I was like, yes, honey. So this is an E.L.F. brush. I'm gonna go in to this shade right here, this tannish. So I've been just using concealer on my eyelids rather than a primer, and I do feel like that concealer is just creasing a little bit on my lids. So we're gonna go in with that shadow and try to matte it down a little. All right, and then taking that same brush, I'm first gonna go into this brown shade right here and just start applying that to my crease. It's going on pretty smooth. All right, and then I'm gonna start working in some of the orange shade. All right, so then to just kind of deepen the crease a little bit, defining eye brush it's called. Just pop this open. And then I'm gonna take some of this maroonish shade right here. And this is what the brush looks like. It's like a little angle to it. I'm gonna take that on the outer corner of the crease and just kind of work that down into a V shape going onto the lid. I feel like the light of God is shining in through my window right now. It is so bright in here. All right, so then I'm gonna take that same blending brush I was using and go back in and just kind of blend that out. Just kind of fuse all that together. All right, then I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm gonna grab just a little bit of that black shade and just to add a little more depth to the look. Just a tiny bit. And then I'm gonna go back into the blending one we were using. I'm sure you guys cannot hear it, but my stomach is making the weirdest sounds right now. What are you doing? All right, then let's see what other brushes I have here. So this is the E.L.F. It's called Selfie Ready Detail Perfector Brush. It's a very long name. It looks like this. All right, so then I'm gonna go into this palette and I'm gonna take some of that kind of maroon shade and I'm gonna take it in the middle of the look. Oh yes, I love that, love that, love that. And then that. So then I'm gonna go into that peachy shade. And I'm gonna apply that on the inner corner part of the lid. These shadows are creamy shadows, by the way. feel like that one's not picking up near as well as the first shade that we used from this did. So then what I'm going to do is I'm actually gonna take that little tiny brush that came with that under eye setting powder, and I never use these brushes, and I'm gonna take some of that shade, the white shade, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner. I have the inner corner blinged out, you know how we do. The shadows do have some fallout. Which lots of shadows do. So it's all good. All right, then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this shade and the purple and pop that on my waterline down here. Just for a little bit of color. All right, then I'm going to take a clean blending brush. I bought a ton of these. And then just smoke that under eye out. Yes, girl, yes. And then what I'm gonna do is just go back in with a little bit of that cream shade and just take it up here for a little bit of a brow highlight, but nothing too intense. Yes, girl. All right, so I did buy some E.L.F. lashes, and they are the Luxe Lash Kit, winged and polished. It says multi-dimensional lashes for full volume and length. These right here. So I am gonna pop these on off of camera, and we'll be right back. My memory card was full. I had to stop, get another one. So I'm not even sure if it picked up any of this or what it picked up. All right, so reviewing the products, here's what I think. I think that for using this, the all over cover stick for under the eyes as a concealer works great. I feel like using it as an eyeshadow primer and even setting it with a powder is awful, because you can see in my crease here that my shadows are starting to crease. This is not something that typically happens to me ever. So for concealer, decent. For primer, no. So next was the E.L.F. Velvet Touch Eyeshadow Palette in Island Breeze. Packaging looked like that. The shadow looks like this. So these are a creamy eyeshadow. I feel like the one that I applied first in the center of my lid, this one right here, I feel like it worked very nicely. I feel like it applied nicely. The next one that I used, I feel like is more creamier than this one, and I feel like it didn't apply as well as I would have liked it to. It looks okay on the lid, but application in general didn't apply. I did use this one for an inner corner highlight, which is fine. It looks good, whatever. All right, the other eyeshadow palette that we used is the Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette. I did actually enjoy this, and I'm really looking forward to using this palette with a different eyeshadow primer, just so I don't have this creasing, to see how beautiful it will turn out. But I did enjoy this. For blush, I used the E.L.F. Tickled Pink blush. I do actually enjoy this blush as well. It's been a while since I wore kind of a baby pinkish blush, but I do like this. For contour, I used the E.L.F. Healthy Glow Bronzer in Sunkissed. Just by looking at the pan, I thought it was gonna be too dark for my skin tone, but it actually didn't apply that dark at all. So this is nice. I wish it was a tiny bit darker actually. It looks a lot darker in the pan than what it came out to be, but it's nice. It's decent. All right, for setting the under eye, I did use this tiny little baby E.L.F. setting powder. I am just a little bit disappointed or confused about how little it is, but it's fine. I mean, it set it fine. It did not really help set that all over stick on the eye area though, because as you can see, all of this creasing and that shadow is just, I mean, is wearing off. So, and the longer that I talk, the worse that it gets. So yeah, it's just not, I don't know. It's just not a good eye look. All right, the foundation that I used is the E.L.F. Flawless Finish Foundation. And I did use the shade Tan in this. I think it's nice. It's about a medium coverage. I did build it up to kind of have a little bit, there's lipstick here. I did build it up to have a little bit more of a full coverage because you know that's how I get down. And it's nice. I feel like it makes my face look really porcelain-like. Or maybe that's just what I look like today. I don't know. But it is nice. It is wearing nicely. So the lashes that I have on are the E.L.F. Luxe Lash Kit. Winged and Polished is what it's called. It does come with a tiny little pair of like plastic tweezers to apply this. I don't like the lashes. I feel like they're very fragile. I feel like, I don't know. It says that they're multi-dimensional layers for a real look. Yeah, they look like my real lashes because you can't really tell, in my opinion, that they are there. So I'm not really a big fan of the lashes, which I'm kind of disappointed because I thought that I would like these, but hey, can't like it all. The lip liner that I used was fine. It worked. It was actually the exact same color as the wine lipstick that I wore, which is nice. It's not really a bright red. I'm literally telling you, filming is not in the cards for me today. Okay, so the lipstick and the liner, fine. They match perfectly. Good. All right, last but not least, the Baked Pink Diamonds highlighter and the holographic mermaid tail highlighter. Both of these are a flop in my opinion. I do not like them at all. This is so powdery. I could just tell when I opened it that it was gonna be powdery. Let me swatch. I didn't actually even swatch the purple. I mean, they are a powder highlight, but they are so powdery. I'm so disappointed because I think the packaging looked beautiful. I had high hopes for this. No. And then the baked product, like I said in the video, I always get so excited and then I'm always like, why did I purchase this? Because you have to basically dig a hole in the product to get it out. So that's that swatched as well. Just not good. You know, highlighter is my favorite. So it was a letdown. So overall, some of the products were great. Other products I will never use again, but that is it. I hope you guys learned something awesome today. I hope you guys will try out the products that were decent in this. If you've tried any of these, even ones that I don't like, if you've tried them and you've got them to work for you, let me know in the comments below what you have done so that I can do the same thing or try it out that way. All right, go do something nice for someone today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, 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 peace out.